I have begun the stream. We have to check out how this audio is going to work.
Did you hit go live?
Noisy pixel. Oh, I see it. I see it now. Do 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 do. We have to check out how this audio is gonna work. Okay. Let me. So you're gonna have to be the one that tells me how the audio is, Ryuji. So I'm in the game now. So like, tell me how it sounds with.
All right, give me 1 second. I need to deafen myself to do this.
Okay. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. It should. I don't think the game is that loud, so it should be fine. Oh my god. Okay. Let me open up the stream here as well.
The audio looks fine. Like
Audio's fine?
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't sound too loud, and the game doesn't sound too loud either. At least to me.
Okay. Let me just over
Wait,
here.
Yeah. 12 people in the chat. If the audio's off, just tell us.
It's probably fine, but if it's not fine, then let us know. I'm getting like 20 ads on our own stream. Let me turn off this off. Okay. Let me just tweet out the stream and then we'll be good to go. Hopefully Azario pops his head in.
Yeah.
You linked me the thumbnail for the stream, right?
Yes.
You did. Okay. Yeah. Let me just use this then. We are live with first chapter. Legend of Heroes. Trails to Azure. Pop in if you want to ask questions about the PC ports and such. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was almost terrible. I almost copy-pasted the stream key, so let's not do that. Yep, thanks for this. That would have been very Monka W, as the kids say. Okay, get that.
Oh, YouTube says your bitrate is lower than recommended.
Oh, what, mine?
Yes.
Well, if it's well, you know, we'll go with it.
It's fine though. It says it's fine, but like it might lag just a bit, but very little.
If it does, we could always just we could just relaunch the stream. It's not a big deal. It's fine. Because I have not streamed in a long time. Because I used to have to mess with the bitrate pretty often back when I used to stream.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But now, yeah, I mean, this should be fine though. We'll see. Let me just do this on Discord as well. Then we'll begin.
大丈夫.
Trails to Azure. All right. We should be good to go now. Okay. Feels very weird not doing this with Azario, but I guess we'll see what happens.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay, so hey there, people who are viewing this live stream right now. So we are streaming not the entirety of it probably, but like we are going through some of the first chapter of Trails to Azure, prior to its release next week. So this is not the beginning of the game, like technically speaking. So I quickly just like speed ran the prologue because on the off chance that like there's someone who pops in here who does not know these games, that like the entirety of that prologue does spoil a pretty, like, decent chunk of Zero. So I just ran through that real, like, quick there. And now we are in the first chapter proper. And, I mean, like, there's no, like, real goal with where we're trying to go here, just kind of, like, show you how the game is. I am Orpheus Joshua, I am the editor-in-chief for Noisy Pixel, and with me is Ryuji, who is a staff writer and our site's translator.
Hello there.
You sound kind of quiet to me, actually. Like, just like a tad. Oh yeah, they have... You sound like a bit quiet to me.
Yeah, a bit.
A bit. A tad. Alright, so... I mean, I can still hear you, like, it might not reflect that way on the stream, I'm not sure.
Yeah, audio is, like, audio has got to be the one issue that we can never get, like, perfect right.
Well, I only have one monitor, so I am watching the comments through my phone, because we all have phones.
I mean, anyone has a phone.
I don't know about that, Ryuichi. Yeah, so this is the... I mean, so I chose... So, like, this is a very weird game to, like, kind of just, like, stream off the cuff, because Chapter 2, is like, probably the worst thing you could stream, aside from the, aside from the finale. Chapter 2 is probably the worst, like, part of the game to stream, if you're doing, like, a beginner thing like this, because that has, like, a lot of... that has, like, a lot of stuff going on in it. Chapter 3 and 1 aren't really as egregious with that, though. Like, someone could, like, pop in here, see what's happening, and not really know not really know the plot, you know? Yeah, so the cast is gonna take, Kia to Sunday school. Because she's a 20 head. And here is Turbo Mode in action. So I don't know, so like, the voice acting in this game, I honestly do not recall if the PSP versions of Crossball had voice acting in them.
And I believe they did not, and this is an edition of the Kai release.
No, so what happened is, so like, the PSP versions, I know they at least had the battle voices, like how they did in, like, the Sky games. But in the Vita versions of Crossbell, which is also the case with the Sky games, they added, like, a whole bunch of new content, including, like, a bunch of voice acting. So I don't know if the voice acting here is from the Vita version, or if it was in the PSP one and I forgot. It could be either or. Not entirely sure, but... Yeah, sadly there is no dub here, so it's a bit sad. I still am kind of sad about that.
Robbie Damon's voice.
Yo, I gotta hear Robbie Damon as Lloyd for 2 whole games, bro. He's a really good fucking Lloyd. Who is he?
Imagine voicing a script as long as Azure. That would take forever.
So, like, the voice things, like, there aren't too many, like, voiced scenes in this game. Like, it's just the main story. And the main story, like, so, like, even though, like, I did say that, like, I spent 130 hours on this, like, damn game, if you only do the main story, it's only, like, it's only, like, I'd say only, like, 40 to 50 hours if you only do the main story. Because, like...
according to How Long to Beat, if you do just the main story, that is 45 hours.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because, like, the vast majority of what this game comprises is, just, like, a lot of the side, like, stuff you could do. Like, there's a lot of side quests, a lot of collectibles. And if you're a fucking maniac like me who talks to, like, who just talks to everybody, that playtime will, like, easily double. Oh yeah, so this
got a new person on the streams.
Do we?
Say
Oh yeah,
hi.
the chat wasn't even showing me. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, first, god damn it. So I have the stream open on my phone, right? And like none of the comments were showing because it was at top chat and not live chat. God damn it. All right. Hi there, Ribos and Earl. Oh, so these are the same. Okay, so these were at PS Vita, and PS4 has the same. Okay. All right, thanks. Is that Nate here?
That is a Nate here.
Oh, hi there, Nathan. You could probably watch this and not be spoiled, so don't worry about that.
Yeah. The first like 20-30 minutes. Why I decided to join now. I still think it's fucking funny.
Mhm.
Our first trail stream isn't Zero, isn't Sky, it's fucking Azure.
Azure, baby.
Azure. The most like game where anybody's gonna say, "What the fuck's happening?"
Mm.
As we fucking ascend to like godhood in the first 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
Because there's like
I just,
major events that happen.
So I just like quickly skipped past that prologue so people don't see it. Let me actually lower you.
Yeah.
Because you're like very very loud. Let me just lower you on my end. Wait.
It's my commanding presence, man.
You have quite the commanding presence.
Yeah, I'm using Warcry. I can't help it. I'm using Warcry.
You're handy. Yeah, so this cat, so it's like Zero Nate, so you could feed this cat, from chapter 2 onward, you could feed this cat to like gain some items, and if you do it for the whole game, you get a Master Quartz.
Yeah. Which the first time feeding it, because you can feed it as soon as the prologue happens, I'm guessing, just like in Zero, right?
No, so in this game, it's from chapter 2 onward.
Oh, it's only from chapter 2?
Yeah, because here they say that frickin' that Sergey fed him, so I guess that's it, like, well, because you can't cook yet, so I assume they didn't want you to make that first opportunity like very easily missable, because like the average player, because you do get the cooking like pretty early on here, but like the average player isn't gonna like get the recipe book, make food, and go to the roof of the SSS to go feed the cat, you know, like...
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, wait, sorry. So, you give the cat fish. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. But,
Oh, you give the cat fish this one. There's no cooking mistakes that end up cat food.
No, so you could make cat food, but as far as I know, it's just RNG.
Yeah.
So, like, no one who is sane is gonna, unless they know beforehand, is gonna just spam cooking until they get cat food by purely accidental.
Yeah, by pure happenstance. Because the fishing endgame in this game doesn't start.
The fishing in this game is pretty interesting because like it's not. So like they actually made it pretty clever in this game because you're in the same exact areas for the most part as you were in Zero.
Yeah.
So they have the whole. So they add like a whole new like mini storyline with the fishing to like justify why you can't just get everything the exact same way as you would prior. Which is pretty cool. Like they, it's such a stupid little thing because they call. So like the whole premise is that like these people from the Empire come take over the fishing guild, and they're called the Elite Four, and you got to go and challenge them.
After you get the first 8,
you gotta get the first 8. You gotta catch the first 8 like fish. Yeah.
Yeah. The first 8 godly fish or whatever. The first 8 lords of the lake. Excuse me. That's how that works, right?
I don't. They all have like different requirements and such. This is interesting.
I'm sure.
Now these kids are very loud. I was tempted to do New Game Plus, but then I was like, I probably shouldn't do New Game Plus on stream.
Probably not, because you have all the items, right?
Yeah, like I
All the
I
master
have like
quartz.
quartz. I have quartz and stuff that you probably shouldn't see.
Because you get the one that tells you who Yin is.
Yeah,
You get the one.
Don't say shit, but yeah, just be careful about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have a bunch of stuff there. Azure is great. There's just like a sports anime that occurs. It's about fishing. Yeah, the fishing is like probably one of my favorite parts of this game, to be completely honest with you. Like they make it.
You cannot.
They make it really dramatic for no fucking reason.
Is it better than the Estelle fishing door in third chapter?
I think everything's better than the self fishing door. That's like that door is the low point of Trails. It's when Estelle is like fucking. She's just like cucked in the fishing door.
Yeah. Just there, constantly fishing.
This is actually a fishing
Better.
game with some RPG stuff that gets in the way of the fishing. Is this Azario as the channel, or is it Pyre?
Yeah, it's Azario.
It's Azario, okay. It's Azario.
Yeah. Gotta be somebody. Somebody who's in the know. You know what I mean?
It's actually me typing at the same time I'm playing.
Yeah. You got dexterous toes, so you know you're playing with your hands, and typing with your toes.
Oh no. It's really fucking gross.
Not the sum, man. Not the sum.
That is true.
Somebody's got to be into it. And if not, me speaking it out loud turned it into a thing.
Chapter 1. Bright skies, gathering storms.
Yo, Cassius is showing.
Yo, Cassius is gonna pop in? So, thankfully in this game, they give you fast travel right away. There's no bullshit. You just have everything right here. You're good to go.
What do you mean, man? My favorite part of Zero was when I had to travel by foot, canonically, 20 miles or some shit
But like,
to each place.
so like in that game it makes sense because like from like an introductory standpoint it makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
I would have
just
been
think it's funny.
yeah, it is pretty funny. Like I would have been really upset if like they made you do that in this fucking game. they just you have to walk to every spot again and have like a blurb about what you do there.
Bro, you had to walk to every spot so that we can fix each bus.
Oh my god.
That's what would have happened.
Just turn to the end game of Sky 2.
Bro, my favorite part of Zero is when you get to fucking drive Noel's car.
Yeah, for that
Just
one.
to wherever the fuck you want.
Yeah, they just, like it is kind of like it was always a bit weird to me, and like back in Zero, because you don't have that car long enough. Like you only have the car for like one like segment, like one day. I think.
It's like one quarter of a chapter.
So tease you for Azure.
Yeah.
They're showing you all the roads. Yeah, they are. Actually, so that actually is kind of interesting. So in this game, they don't make you walk the roads when you first get to them. You could just take the bus if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you go to Maine's Village, for example, for the first time in this, you could just take the bus and not walk, which is not smart because you're gonna miss out on a lot of experience and chests. But you could do that if you want. Yeah.
You'd miss out on a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's usually a lot more convenient for like New Game Plus.
Mm-hmm. When you're gonna be like level 1,000 anyways.
But yeah, now she's explained the Cold Steel mechanic, even though this was prior to Cold Steel. Master Quartz. So like they work pretty similarly to how they do in Cold Steel, except when you max them out, they give you like a really special art. But like I don't like it. I kind of wish that the Cold Steel games had this, where like, because the arts that you get when you max out the Master Quartz, the person who does the casting, they're like stuck casting while it's active, so you can't do anything with them unless you cancel the effects of it. It's like kind of cool. So now, yeah, she just telling us how these things work.
Yeah.
This is probably the funniest quest in the entire franchise. Because it's legit, just like, yeah. So we gotta, alright, so we gotta install, like, Master Quartz on these two. And then, I believe, you just have to go fight and kill one enemy. And then that's the entire quest.
Oh, that's not so bad.
It's
Kind of
really
weird that they make you do that, but whatever.
I guess it's still like, I don't know why they make you fight one enemy, but yeah, oh yeah, just win one fight without running away. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Again, a bunch of quartz here. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go through a lot of the sex, because, you know, we're not here to read. Well, we're here to kind of read, but not to only read. Okay.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, so they gave some.
Well, not
they
only
gave some
that, is because if we let people read, like, if they're not caught up, they're going to be very left behind anyways.
Yeah. I'll give. Oh yeah, no, she has wind. God, I always just want, like, Tio in the party because she has like a full clear line. She has no double or triple shit. It's just one line of quartz. Very nice. But I got these guys. Let me give. I guess I'll give this to Wazy. This is the second crossbow game, NB. This is Trails to Azure. The first game is Trails from Zero. What visual novel is this, Brian? I don't know. These are these are pretty much visual novels.
Yeah, they're basically visual novels.
Oh yeah, there are some good things in Imelda's Mansion. This is the game where they save the world. Yeah, how did you know? How did he know,
Just
Brian?
like every
Do you have
RPG, man.
a little that narrows it down to a game where you save the world?
Right, so we got
Bro,
this here.
It's the game where we save the world, and that's what we know.
I got these two have like really good dialogue. These two girls specifically have really good dialogue. There's one time where they call Dieter Daddy. They call him Daddy Dieter.
Daddy Dieter? Dieter Daddy?
And they ask him to adopt them, and it's like really absurd. Oh, Brian, thank you for the super chat.
Oh? Brian being the only person who ever funds our stupid shit?
Our addiction, you mean?
Nah, our stupid shit.
Our stupid shit.
Our stupid shit, man. I'm smooth brain as fuck, man.
We're pretty smooth. Oh yeah, I did not go buy any weapons because I'm stupid. All right, let me.
Smooth brain, told you.
Oh, actually, now that it's on my mind, I should show the Oh shit! Let me not show those save files. Now that it's on my mind, I should show the PC kind of options here. So we have just the game stuff here. Let me see. So we could play in a... Oh, we can't do that here. Let me actually go back to the title screen.
If you guys hear his niece or his niffle, that's me, because it's...
Read you sick. So this is a very interesting setting. So in Counter Trigger, right? So typically, the way the default works is so like you see how I'm like walking around here, right, with like the whole party, right? So typically, so the only way that fights begin is if like the leader, so the one up front, is the one that walks into the enemy. But if you enable full party, it doesn't matter who hits the enemy. It will start it regardless. This is like actual torture, so I do not advise that. Default movement, fast map. Just like a lot of just like pretty minor but really, really nice things here. Rich presence is really cool. Yeah, encounter trigger is very weird. It's a very weird option, but I suppose it's cool. Oh yeah, you can turn off the logos at the start if you want. Polyfill overlay is active. Yeah, that's also pretty cool. Autosave. If you want, you can save every minute you're playing. Oh, actually, autosave is actually pretty generous here. Up to 50 minutes at the longest, huh? Okay. UI. Actually, I'm not sure what the UI changes here is like. Let me see here. So normal. Let me see. Is this even? I can't quite tell how big it is, but that's cool. Auto advance. That's pretty self-explanatory. Oh yeah, so this is a really cool option here. So I have not played Zero on the Switch or PC. I've only played Zero on the PS4. So this was my first time getting acquainted with a lot of the Durante options that he and his team put into this and the Switch versions. So this is a really cool one. So if you enable this option, it tells you the song of the area you enter, which is really cool. Let me see. Actually, this probably won't take effect unless I go to a different area, but it's a really cool option. UI scale. Normal is PS4 text size. Oh, I see. Okay. Larger is closer to the PSP and PS Vita. Okay. That's pretty cool. On PC only, it affects battle too. Oh, interesting. Okay. You could, and yeah, you're able to adjust how you want the turbo to work. You could go up to 6 times speed if you really want to. Holy, this is a little too fast.
On me.
Hmm?
Why would you go at 6 speed? Like that's speed run. You want to speed run this game?
This is for the speedrunners, Ryuji. Yeah, 6 times is a tad too fast for me, so I'll put it back to 4. Input. Pretty self-explanatory stuff here, but it's all pretty good. Graphics. Like just a bunch of stuff here. Nothing really super significant, but just like some pretty nice minor upgrades here. You could put it at 144 FPS. Sound. What's dialogue beep? I do not know what this is actually. Play dialogue beeps while revealing text and confirm. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'll just leave that on. It's fine. But yeah, a bunch of cool stuff there in the options. Yeah, let me go to the shop here. Special support section. Gerande. This guy hates his job. I'll also buy one for Lloyd and Noel. But yeah, actually, I don't know, it's a very minor upgrading. It's a very minor increase in strength, so it's whatever. Let me see. So we could go to the CPD and trigger that quest pretty quickly. You're just kind of sent to go look for Lecter. Oh yeah, so at the top left there, it's showing the name of the track. It's pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, we just gotta go here. Talk to her. So this quest is just you looking for Lecter. Just go on like a wild goose chase for him. The stream is up for you guys, right?
Like the Discord stream?
No, the on YouTube stream.
It is.
It is? Okay, because it was being weird for me. Okay. Alright. So now we gotta go talk to Lecter. I've actually been writing a guide, which is almost done. And these types of quests are like really weird to just, well, like they're like really funny to just like write down, because it's like, go here, talk to this person, go there, talk to that person, do that 3 times, then you're like done. Okay, okay,
Not
so
easy, right?
it's that simple, yeah. So, yeah, here's the Crossbill news service. Here are the characters that are the most like us. We have all these journalists.
And that we only know one person, and the rest of them just kind of fade into the background. Is that what you're saying, man?
No, so Rise is kind of cool. He's okay. Yeah, so we're playing.
But do we talk?
Yeah, so we're playing the PC version here. Turbos. I guess those are kind of. I guess those quests are pretty common, huh? Yeah. Very nice. The journalists. All right. Oh yeah, Nate. So you're playing You're playing Cold Steel 2 still, right? Or like, are you doing New Game Plus?
Yeah, I was doing New Game Plus. I'm pretty far in it, like almost to Act 2. So you know, man. I just had a lot of horny to go through.
What does that mean?
That means I got to some very choice CGs in the game I was playing.
Oh, the one you're. Oh, yeah. I see.
Yeah,
okay.
I had a lot of horny. Maybe
oh yeah, we gotta talk to fucking Imelda first, right? It's like I haven't played this game.
Almost like it, man. Almost.
Oh, there's Grace.
But yeah, no. I'm getting ready to write that review tonight.
Yeah, man, you gotta get on the grind. This is a very busy month. This is a very busy month.
Definitely.
Yeah, we a little bit of backstory here. We almost missed this embargo because I thought it was the 9th. And not today. So the review for this was almost like way later than it should have been.
Yeah, we had this thing where we keep track of all the game releases and then we're like, wait, is Azure on the 7th or the 9th? And then we saw it was on the 9th and we all collectively went, fuck.
You mean the 7th, yeah.
Yeah. If it was the 9th, like, it would have been like, oh.
Yeah, so I assumed it was the 9th for some reason, I don't know why.
That would make sense. Since, I don't think it's released till
the 14th.
Yeah.
It's pretty wide embargo. It's like a whole week.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the character. I said the name wrongly for like 2 years. It's actually pronounced Sao, not Cow?
It is the Chinese pronunciation,
I know,
yes.
yeah. I called him Cow for like 2 or 3 years.
Just how it be, man. It's unfortunately that easy.
I am an English-only scrub, so...
All you gotta do is understand the Chinese reading. JK.
It is pretty wild. There's still 2 other Trails games coming out this like 1 year.
Yeah, no, you got a ton of Trails. You got too much Trails, in fact.
There's never too much Trails, Nate. There can only be
Bro,
more.
I gotta go through so much.
Well, like
to even be close to catching up right now.
You're like pretty close though. Like you've done all of Sky, you've done Zero, you've done Cold Steel 1 and 2.
Yeah.
You only got this game and Cold Steel 3 and 4 left. And also Reverie, but...
Yeah, but, you know, that's that one.
Reverie coming out. I mean, July. Before you know it, it will be July.
Iron Aggro, what's up, man? And then Kuro, yeah. Aggro, you should probably not be here, but I do appreciate the comment. He is a friend of mine who is also going through Trails for the first time. He has beaten the first two, like he has beaten the first two Trails in the Trails in the Sky games.
So
Yeah.
in a way, he's even more not caught up.
He has common sense. I don't think he's actually watching the stream.
Sense. What? Does that mean I'm that smooth brain? No common sense, man.
No, well, if you know what Trails is, right, and you like see someone playing a game you haven't played yet, like you should probably know if you should click on it or not, you know, like.
Yeah.
Oh, what? This person's playing Trails into Reverie, and I've only played Sky 1?
Oh shit!
I'm gonna go
I gotta watch this right now. I gotta know what happened, man. I gotta know what happens.
Oh, you're open in a different tab. Okay.
I mean, can you really blame the person though?
Yeah, I can actually.
You're looking at a you're looking at a person that will probably want the Trails fan base. Like, people might want my head in a pitchfork because of how I.
Ryuji, no one cares how you play Trails, Ryuji. No one cares.
I care. I cared so freaking much, man.
You play Kuro on, you know, it's the first game of a saga. It's meant to be someone's first. It's fine. No one cares.
It's gotta be somebody's first.
Just, God forbid, Reverie being your first or something.
God forbid Reverie being your first.
That's like the actual nightmare scenario. Well, that or Cold Steel 4.
Yeah. One where it's like every generation of warrior coming through.
Actually, what I would enjoy is like, okay, so Cold Steel 4, there's a 4 in it. Is it like the Ys games where you don't have to worry about the number? No, you do have to worry about the number.
Yeah.
Well, at Ys you like. I guess yeah, Ys you don't really have to. Oh yeah, tomorrow there should be new Ys 10 info. From Famitsu.
Yeah. End of Ys 10 is gonna be on the boat.
My headcanon for Ys 10 is that it's Adol time traveling from the end of 9 to when he was a kid, right? Because this is happening in between in between 2 and 3 somehow. God knows how like that works. But my fanfiction timeline is that Adol somehow time traveled into 10. I don't know, whatever. Very excited to see the one guy who says, "Wow, I've never heard of this Reverie before. I should get it." Oh no.
Yeah.
That's the real.
Never heard of that one before.
The real CBT scenario.
The real closed beta test scenario.
Yeah.
No, cognitive behavioral therapy.
Big brain theories.
Yes. Let's go with your definition, Nate. Cognitive behavior. I can speak English.
Well, that's not new.
Wow, that's kind of fucked up. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is not new. Indeed.
Hi there, Blue Oak. What's up, man? Yeah, we can go into Arcan CL right now and see the really hot dancers.
Bro, if they don't play it, drink it down. Like, I'm not even fucking worth going to Larkacia.
Play on what? Sorry.
This is a very specific joke. Only if you know JRock Dance.
That's a very Nate style joke, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking who's gonna fucking know the slight like happy metal band, fucking Larkacia? Ignore
Probably.
that they indeed fucking played at least a couple of openings. By openings, of course, I mean anime openings.
Let's grab this key from Imelda. I want her to be the Grandmaster.
Yeah? You
Actually,
want it to be...
yeah.
I was gonna make a stupid Kingdom Hearts joke. Ignore me.
Yeah, it's gonna be Xehanort somehow.
Yeah, man. No, man, it's Dance Water Dance guy.
Demix, yeah.
Demix, yeah, it's gonna be Demix, dude.
I can see it happening. My other fan fiction headcanon is that the girl from The Legend of Nayuta is the Grandmaster because they look really similar. That's my other headcanon. I really hope that like Nisa talks about that game because I don't think people know what Nayuta is.
Only reason why I know what Nayuta is because you talk about it. Not all the time.
Nobody knows what that game is, bro. No one knows what Nayuta is.
Bro, because nobody cares about an action RPG set, like, in an alternate timeline about someone's supposed grandfather.
Well, that's not, like, actual... Like, we don't know, but that...
that's why I said supposed.
Supposedly, yeah.
Okay,
Right.
Alleged.
I'm like... It would be the funniest thing to me. It would be the funniest thing to me if like, in Kuro 3 or, like, some game, you just see Nayuta pop up as, like, an old man. And he's still his grandfather. That would be my favorite thing ever. Alright, so let's do some progress here, I guess. Let's go into Mason Imelda. I have a really bad habit in these games where I usually don't go into a mob fight unless I get the advantage. It's a real problem because I just like run away until they turn around. So I do not have anything here, so it's whatever. I think he has analyze, right? Yeah, he does. Ikimasu.
Ikimasu yo. Hi.
Where's the fire?
Bro, I play, like, it's gonna be really weird for me to start hearing Estelle and Joshua in English.
Oh, yeah?
Because for people's backstory, I have Sky on computer, right? That's how most people have Sky nowadays. But I'm not a PC gamer. I don't like playing on PC. So I instead got my Vita and got the Evolution version and just fan patched the XC translations into them.
Yeah, it's patch that like most that it can do. It's a bunch of friends that grab the XC script and then put it into the Sky Evolution, so you get all the evolution benefits. And yes, as someone who also did this, like I did try Sky FC with that, and it just clicks, you know, because it's a handheld.
Well, it's an experience made for the handheld, rather than kind of retrofitted to the PSP, which is what the original Sky games kind of did.
Yeah. If I had a spare Vita, I would probably try that out.
Yeah. And of course they translated any of the untranslated stuff that was in Evolution.
That is pretty cool, yeah. So Kyler, this is a PSP game, yeah.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but Evolution uses this, like, okay, so Sky had its own combat on the PSP, but Evolution uses the Zero combat. Right?
No, it's the same. Well, like Zero's the same thing, right?
So it is the same thing, pretty much. However, they did change certain things about the Sky combat system.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, you know how in like Cold Steel you can stack your buffs, like so attack can be stacked once, twice if you use the same thing. They let that go into evolution version. So it's not you need the 50% skill. You can just double up the same skill twice.
Oh, that's very interesting, actually. Okay.
Yeah. EP works the same as in later games, and the battle system, and they added in tough monster chests. Because I don't know what to call them, like the elite monster chests, where you have to be like 20, 25, 30, 40.
The same thing as in like Crossbow, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The only issue with that though is that in first chapter you don't come back to anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's all New Game Plus stuff.
It's all New Game Plus, yeah.
Yeah, or if you're crazy, abusing the system.
Abusing the system.
Which you could do if you want.
You could do. You could sit
there and buff one character for 30 minutes and then take on that level 25 monster. You can do that.
It's a very Nate move there. It's not, but like, I don't like...
Bro, I grinded for an hour or 2 hours, got my guys up to level 12, and I was like, fuck this.
I don't know, like, Trails games, like, if you have Turbo and you just do main story, they're like very, very short games. They do not take long at all. If you do that.
You just done because most dungeons are like 10 to 20 screens max.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty small.
Yeah.
It's all the talking you do.
Yeah, it's just the talking. I love the future radio and artificial pigeons review from today. Any plans to do a review of their other game, Cyano Type Daydream? I feel like, haven't we done that, or is that something else I'm thinking about?
I can ask Ivan here later.
Yeah, I feel like we may have done that. Maybe like, is that old game or is that like new? Yeah, this really looks like a PSP game.
Yeah, so there's this blog post from Durante where he literally says about the entire process that his team went through, upscaling everything, and how he compared the PSP models with the Joyoland. Which, by the way, I did not know what Joyoland was. I had to have Bailey explain it to me. It's apparently a Chinese PC port.
Yeah, essentially.
Nobody knows about.
Well, not nobody knows about, but yeah, like only certain people know about.
So when Geofront released their translations, those were the versions they advised you to buy to patch in, I believe.
Yeah, because that was the only way to officially support it.
Like that was the only way to like legally buy it for PC, I believe, and like have it work very conveniently. And it was also really cheap too. Like if you use conversion, I believe it was only like $8 to $10.
Oh yeah. Like when you're using conversion to like the Hong Kong, I think it's $8 Hong Kong dollar over there, or something like that. It is pretty fair on the American side of things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I believe. I wonder, is the page still up?
For what?
Should be though.
Oh, for Joyland, maybe.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's still up. They're not gonna not sell you stuff.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so Cyanide Type Daydream released the end of last year. We reviewed Newton's Apple, which was the first game. Okay, so that's a question more for like Ivan here. We could pass to him.
Nate, so you were wondering about the price. It's 60 Chinese yuan, or $8.50, or per euro, 7.50 euros.
Euros, yeah.
Yeah, but you need to download their launcher and then buy it through there. They accept PayPal, so that's cool.
Yeah. That's why it was the easiest way, because you just give your PayPal credentials and they do all the conversion for you.
Yeah.
Just like how you do Bookwalker, or how we do Bookwalker, excuse me.
Yeah. Bookwalker, one of the best ways. Without them, I would to get the
Bro, I
Mitsu.
ain't spending $15 for an English translated copy. Man, fucking, I'll just pay my 7 and I'll do it myself.
Oh, you mean get the Japanese version?
Yeah, I'll just get the Japanese version, bro. Like, I walked into a Barnes and Noble, going like, oh, I'm gonna pick up fucking Don't Tease Me Nagatoro. Simple, I thought. $6-7. Looked at that son of a bitch. $14.
Oh my god,
For
really?
a paperback. For a
14
fucking paperback.
It's $14 for that?
Yes,
oh my
and
god.
I
looked at the Canadian dollar. Canadians are getting fucked too. They're getting
Yeah.
fucked harder than us, man.
Yeah.
I just looked up the price and Ijiranai de Nagatoro-san. It's literally 750 yen, which is less than
or $5.
yeah. I could be wrong, but that's the conversion. You might.
And when I fucking bought them, they were on a sale. So I bought the special editions, which were $10. Still $4 cheaper than the damn normal editions over here.
Let's see. This is a very, very large bug here indeed. So this guy actually please spawn. I did not prepare at all for this fight, by the way, so this is not good gameplay, but it is what it is. Thank you there, Wazy.
I know nothing about this game or the Trail series. I've always been curious about them though, because it seems like the fans are super dedicated and have to bootstrap stuff a lot for themselves.
Like, this is a very demanding series to localize. Just because the word count is like...
It's insane. The word count is insane.
It's not enough, like... These script sizes are not something you would expect, like, a bigger company to tackle because they just won't see a reason for it.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why these, well, like, there's like a lot of reasons why, but, like, that is part of the reason why these take so long to come out.
Yeah,
for
which was
the West.
insane last year. And they were like gunning 5 of them in the space of 2 years.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
So I was curious, and that's because I did like research this beforehand. Azure has around like I'm just like putting an average here. It has 1.5 million Japanese characters. Now, okay, that's counting kanji, and one kanji can mean a single word. And I've seen the like when translating from Japanese to English, scripts tend to get in the ballpark of like 40% longer. I would say it depends. It depends, obviously, but. And then if you add 40% to the amount of letters you get,
Well, it's even bigger than that because
They add the chest messages too in these versions of the game, the Zero and Azure.
Those are pretty short, though.
Depending, then you got a whole story. Remember that, you got that article still to do.
yeah.
Oh no, it's
2000
up. It's up.
oh, it's up.
Yeah, I've done. It's like around. It's a little over 2,000 words.
Yeah,
That's a good short
So
storyline.
you already have 2,000 words there, and if you add 40% to the base Japanese script, that's already 2 million English characters. So
Yeah, it's a lot.
yeah, that's
Can't forget
That-
trails in the chest. Either,
That might be the same monster from Zero. Their Blue Oak. That might have been the same monster actually.
okay. So, Tyler, aren't the stories in these games super complex and wordy, and the games are all connected and Shakespearean in scope?
So like that, I wouldn't. Shakespearean isn't really. That's like a little much. Like they are very wordy. I wouldn't call them complicated. Like the only reason they appear complicated is because of the word count being intimidating.
I would liken it closer to Common Rider.
Sure. Okay.
The classic question. If one were to start the series, what title would be the best entry point?
So like we have a whole article about that actually. But it kind of depends on like how okay you are with like older game presentation, because ideally, like I don't want to say objective, but like ideally, the best game to begin with is Sky 1, because that is the actual first game, and like that's kind of just like the basis of like everything. But
Yeah.
if you aren't, but like the problem, well, it's not really a problem, but like the way those games look is akin to how this game looks, and how how the crossplay games look, where they have chibi art styles, and some people aren't really into that. So because of that, the Cold Steel games are like a good entry point for some like people, because they are in 3D and they have like full voice acting and stuff, so they're a lot easier to get into.
Yeah, and to add to that, like, it's also a classic case of you don't want to play Persona 5 for Persona 3, because Persona 5 has so much quality of life stuff that you're gonna hate yourself playing Persona 3 after playing Persona 5.
Kinda, yeah.
It's just stuff like that where you have to take consideration. If you ever think you're gonna play Sky, I would say play Sky first. If you think you're never gonna play Sky, start with probably Cold Steel 1. It is far removed from the other stories.
Yeah. So actually, Kyler, so because you play older games, I do advise I do advise playing Sky 1 first then, because you'll probably feel pretty at home then if you are acquainted with like older RPGs. The real like kind of what's the term, like the real like roadblock, I guess, with like playing Sky first, or I guess playing that or Crossbow first would be understanding how the Sepith values work. But
I mean, it's pretty simple once you start playing.
It is.
It's daunting at first. I'll admit that.
The games do not explain them well.
Oh, not at all. I didn't even know there was a fucking place in your book where you can see what values give you what arts.
Yeah, so like you could go in here, go check the this menu, and they tell you how to make everything. And a lot of people tend to overlook this menu, like in all the games.
You don't highlight it at all. It's just hidden there. It's like, okay, here's this thing that would have made my life easier if I had known 20 hours ago.
Like, they probably tell you at the beginning at some point, but it's like very easy to miss.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard because the beginning of Sky, like FC,
like
it is so much tutorial. It is like, oh my god.
Yeah. Hey there, Dark Samurai. What's up, man? The issue is if he starts with 0 or CS1. Yeah, so like Cold Steel 1, I think is so like comparing 0 and CS1, I think CS1 is better to begin with. Because 0 does have a plot line from Sky that's like really 0 has a character and a plot line from Sky that's like very it's like very reliant on you being emotionally
all the characters involved in it.
It's very dependent on that.
Chronologically speaking, it would be like, Sky, the Crossbow duology, then Cold Steel, but then like and Nate,
It's
can even
actually much more weird than that, because like Crossbow and Cold Steel take place side by side with each other.
So it's a weird mess in a sense, and I'm kind of glad they don't do this anymore with Trails. But like Azure specifically and Cold Steel 1 and 2 are like roughly concurrent. Like not completely, but like their general stories do occur at the same time. So in this game, for example, you'll see like if you've played Cold Steel, you're gonna pick up on a lot of things that will make sense if you've played Cold Steel 1 and 2. So like I don't like if you have to. So like I think the point I was trying to make is like if you have to choose a first game to play, I think either Sky 1 or Cold Steel 1. like Cold Steel 1 is like, it's gonna spoil you on some things, but like, it's so like, it feels very self-contained until the end.
Yeah, and honestly, like what it spoils you on is what I can think of is like, so like you're not even gonna get what it spoiled you on until you actually play Sky anyways.
Yeah. Like you don't. Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't really have to, like, for Cold Steel 1 especially, you don't really need to know anything to, like, get a good grip on what's happening. Cold Steel 2 onwards where you're gonna need context, but, like, the first game is pretty kind.
Yeah. First game's really kind. I'd even say it's not even, like, till halfway through Cold Steel 2 where you start needing context.
What's happening in Crossbell?
What's going on in Crossbell? I think that was the question I asked the entire time to you, Bailey, when I was playing CS2, was what the fuck is going on in Crossbell right now?
What is going on in Crossbell? It's a great question.
Yeah, because like, where certain parts of CS2 is, like, you can look across the fucking way and there's Crossbell. There's the fucking city. So there are things where you just look over and you're like, what the fuck's going on over there?
That's pretty good. Oh lord. Is it like Star Trek in that you don't need to watch the original series? No, so I don't know if you know Kingdom Hearts. So like they're all they all take place pretty much at like the same like time frame. So like
Yeah.
This is like a year or so after Sky 1, right? I think, right, Nate?
Yeah, it's got to be at least a year or two before after Sky 1.
Yeah, this is like a day or two after a day or two. This is like a year or two after the Sky trilogy, I believe. And then Cold Steel is concurrent with this, like, roughly, and then you have Cold Steel 3 onward, which is straightforward timeline wise, but it's only like a year or so after these games.
Yeah. And Cold Steel makes you painfully aware of what date they're on and how many months they skip by.
You got the Personic fucking calendar in there.
Yeah. Even though it doesn't really matter that much.
It really doesn't. It doesn't really matter.
It's just there for fucking Persona's popular right now. It's
Persona.
Capitalize on that shit.
Oh, wait, your name is Nate too, Ribos? Oh lord. Zero's 2 years after Sky 1, okay. Really? It's 2 years, okay. Crossbell does have the largest Amazon warehouse. You can just go into Geofront, you could probably die in there if you don't know where you're going.
Yo, bro, when we're hitting the Geofront, by the way, man.
So thankfully Geofront is not as present in this game as it was in Zero. In Zero, it felt like you went there way too often sometimes.
Just for certain quests.
Mm-hmm. Wait, we go to, I believe, the back alley, I think? Oh yeah, so here we can find some recipes now that we have the recipe book. We have some rich cappuccino there. I have some of these in my head right now because I just wrote the guide. If you go back here to Imelda, and you go to the end of it, you can get one here too. Hi there, Mafio.
Alright guys, I gotta go play taxi for a bit. So, if I'm back, I'm back. If I'm not, I'm not. I gotta take my little brother from here.
Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, Mafio.
Yeah. Yep. Just remember to visit the Geofront for me, and give Ellie a slap on the butt.
Who?
Ellie?
Oh, Ellie. Okay, sure. I guess, why not?
I mean, she's the perfect being, man.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm memeing. I'm fucking memeing, bro.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, let's see it.
Yep.
So here's the exchange shop. Good. Jingle looks so much younger in this game than she does in Cold Steel 3. like really younger here, my god. Hi there, DC Fat Cat. I'm just kind of just walking around doing round stuff right now. Let me see. What the fuck? What happened? Okay, so I'll be completely honest with you. I kind of forgot where you go for this quest. Oh wait, no. I think I know. I believe he's at the roof of the Times department store. I believe he is. Yep, there he is. All right. Cerberus, actually, that is a good point. I don't know where he is. That just might be a new thing they gave her in Cold Steel 3. Crossbow's a pretty weird place. Orcus Tower.
確かに圧巻ですよね。こんなに離れているのに。まだ隠れているから、もう一通り完成してるんだって。ああ。もう市の職員の半分は実際のビルのお披露目は通商会議の時になるけど。で、ナミール氏のやれやれ。There's
this really great bit of NPC like dialogue in this game where there's this kid trying to like go and cheer on Croy, and he does like the typical like she does like the typical like cheerleader like cry where she like yells out each letter in his name, and she says like D-I-E, and then she's like, wait, no, that's not right. You know, this song specifically kind of does give me some like Shenmue vibes actually, yeah. Diplomatic immunity. Very cringe politics. I can't believe they fall for this. Fucking Lecter, bro. It can't be Zayin? Monka? I can't believe they're here right now. Oh wait, no, where's Lecter? Oh no. And he pulled out some like weird Scooby-Doo shit where he just pulls out a rope out of fucking nowhere. He just fucking... Yeah, I really love fucking Lecter, bro. Absolute madman. Oh yeah, so this text box was driving me crazy, right? So Lloyd says he doesn't have a kurum of common sense in his whole body. I do not know what that word means. I do not know what kurum is. I like looked it up. I have no idea what that word means. That might be a typo. I don't know. I'm not sure because there are some words in this game that like they're like pretty obscure words that they use sometimes. I'm not sure if that was one of them, but I don't. That might be a typo. Where did Lecter go now? Oh, wait, he comes to Garanti for his nighttime job. So what is going on with him? Alright, I forget where he goes now actually. It feels like chapter 1 I did so really long ago. Oh yeah, he goes to the casino, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, it's a unit of measurement. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, I honestly did not know that, I think. It's a unit of measurement. Okay, okay. Thank you for that, because I honestly had no idea what that meant. See the Vantage Master's notebooks in CS3, 4, and Reverie. Okay, okay. Okay, I'm like really glad. Like I did not know that at all, actually. I'm like pretty bad on the trails unit of measurement. I know about Reg, I know about Arge, and that's kind of it.
あからさまにごまかそうとしない。そうだ。イエスはノーで答えるから何でも質問してくれよ。わかりました。帝国政府。イエス。帝国軍情報局に所属するイエスだ。
The English in his language. Oh, this scene's actually pretty. This scene becomes really fucking something else.
答えはノーだ。ここまでか。これ以上は。
Captain Arundel. How are you doing, Ryuji?
Huh?
What are you up to?
Currently?
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm playing a game and I'm trying to review a game and...
Oh, you're playing a secret right now, Ryuji?
Sorry, it's called embargoes. We have embargoes.
No. Ryuji's playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth right now. Zack is in the party. Cisne is in the game.
Yeah, that's right, and there's a gacha system in there.
Yeah, there's a gacha system in Rebirth. You gotta get your materia from fucking...
Yeah,
from
the Shinra gacha.
The Shinra gacha, yeah. Yeah, here is Shirley. Well, I probably shouldn't say her name. Well, her name's not a spoiler, it's fine. Yeah, she's a character you see later on as well. You know, I never realized how big her tattoo is there actually. Damn, that's a really big tattoo she has. Nani? Nani? Lloyd's voice actor's pretty good. Lloyd? Lloyd's voice actor in this game has some really good freak out moments in it.
Yes, and I believe I can share some context on that. So Lloyd's voice actor in Japanese, at least, is Kakihara Tetsuya, and he also voiced Prompto in Final Fantasy 15. So if you play 15 in Japanese, then you will instantly recognize him.
Mm-hmm. Man groping in my game? Oh my god. Noel is flabbergasted. Lloyd is aroused. Oh boy, what a fucking scene this is.
Also, believe it or not, Wazy is voiced by a voice actress.
I believe that.
Yeah, so, so I just researched it, and she is alongside voicing Wazy, she also voices Ada in Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Yo.
So that's interesting.
I feel like in Japan, especially, like there's a lot of, like I feel like voice actors in Japan tend to do a lot more.
Yes,
like,
voice acting in Japan is like they treat voice actors as if they were like akin to celebrities.
Yeah.
Because anime is such a huge it's part of anime. Anime is part of Japan's culture at this point. So of course I mean, there's even, I kid you not, there's even voice actor training schools. There's actual college you can go for voice acting in Japan.
I think that's probably a thing in the West too.
Yes, but like it's probably a thing in the West too. But like Japan, started it. To be more exact.
Oh, actually, Prompto, I just checked out his English VA. I did not know it was also Robbie Damon's, huh?
That's the great part about it. Prompto and Lloyd share the same JP and ENVAs. So that's
Perhaps it was fated.
It was fate.
情報局の人間であることまで認めるとは。こちらに知られたところで、しかしこれで予想以上の成果。
Well done, Bannings.
誰かさんが体を張っ
Oh god.
張ってません。
Oh god. Apparently the most popular voice actor that people are searching on behind the voice actors is Kenjiro Tsuda, which let me put a who is he in like a dumb game because some of the he's basically he's Hanekoma in The World Ends With You.
I don't think I even know who that is, to be honest with you. I don't think I remember who that is.
And Nanami from Jujutsu Kaisen. Grizz, the deranged looking guy from Engage. And he's also Luis Serra from Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Alright, so this is a part I'm going to skip by because it's kind of a zero spoiler, I believe. Because it's about the... Oh yeah, let's not look at that.
in before someone replays this VOD in slow motion.
Yeah, they're gonna go 0.25 times speed. So we did that. Oh yeah, we gotta go talk to Wendy to do this question.
That's kind of funny. You're watching a zero spoiler at 0.
Okay, Ryuji. Okay, sure. Okay. Sure.
I know. My sense of humor is corrupted. I know.
I mean, I don't know if that's corrupt. It's just kind of lame. I guess.
Lame. Look, man, I almost made Ivan your cringe with the joke yesterday, so you know.
You are cringe, Ryuji. Yeah, this is just a bunch of tutorials there. We don't need to know. A new quartz? Eagle Eye is really good?
Oh my god.
Alright, so we've done the required quests, I believe. So when you get the car in this game, you're able to buy, like, decals for it. And there's these two really stupid ones. Where it's just, like, Chibi, Tio, and Ellie. Just
there's
like,
also a Michi one, which,
there's also
by the way,
yeah,
is the one that you use for your entire playthrough.
Yeah. I am a Michi stan, yeah. You also buy some magic boards there.
Not a spoiler, care to share with the class the little soft locking glitch?
I probably can't show it because of where it is in the story, but
No, like, just say...
Yeah. So with the car, so I'm not sure if this is only on PC or how common it's gonna be for like some people, but sometimes when I use the car, sometimes it would just vanish from the map, and if you try to call it back to the garage, the game gets stuck on the map screen and you get like a soft lock. So if you do play this, then just be a bit careful when you use the car.
Unless, of course, it gets patched in the so-called Day 1 patch.
It might. It could have been a really weird, rare glitch I had. I don't know. Because I was looking through others' reviews earlier, and I don't think I saw someone like mention that. So it could be either a PC only thing or like it's just very, very rare.
Probably a PC only thing because PC is the hardest to develop for.
Maybe. Oh, if you're on 1.1 or 0.5, it should be fixed. Okay, yeah, probably. Because that did happen to me like pretty early when I got the code.
Although there is one thing that both Azure and Zero also do, and Durante has like said that, like they made sure that every single area I know in Zero, I don't know about Azure, runs at 60 FPS no matter what. So they kind of like optimized as much as they could to make it run at 60 on the Switch.
I mean, like it's not like this is Switch. Like this is really. There should be no problems with getting this game to run at 60.
Yes, but that doesn't mean you can skimp out on optimization.
Yeah, man.
Looking at you, Bandai.
Bandai cringe cone. Tales of Symphonia still gets me mad.
Yes. Looking. I remember. I still remember that day where you're like, where we were like, okay, so I don't want to install Tales of Symphonia. It's like, oh, I have the game. Let me install it. And then me and Bailey just kept like, this is off topic, but we kept like for I think 30 minutes to an hour just comparing like the PC version with the Switch version, and it was a shame.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, so these two kids here, Ken and Nana. So these localizations. So this localized release of Trails to Azure does have some character cameos from Cold Steel that were originally from the PS4 version of Azure, I believe. So Ken and Nana are the siblings of Yuna, who is a party member in Cold Steel. There are some other cameos too. You actually do see Yuna herself. She appears at the police academy. But like she's like purely optional to go and see. I thought it was Azario after a brainwashed by Bailey. What does that mean, Losi?
I have no idea what Lucy means sometimes either.
He's a weird lad. Do 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 do. Actually, there's a really great scene coming up that I do want to show because it's kind of an example of how easily you can miss DP if you aren't prepared for it. The party rushing in this game is pretty broken. Reviving bomb? You may be asking what happened to the SSS's Sepith from Trails from Zero. What, you think you could put Kia through college on a CPD salary? Like if you have like max like Sepith value, like if you have like the max amount of Sepith and you go to the bank, which has a higher exchange rate, we could probably pay for college in this fucking world, honestly. The bank exchange rate is pretty absurd. The soundtrack is very good.
Of course.
So there's also, for those who don't know, there's actually a like fully fleshed out story told across some of these treasure chests. And I believe they were in the Geofront translation as well, but they actually managed to come here too. And we have the whole thing written out on our site, but it's like a really surprisingly it's like a surprisingly compelling story. It's about this guy. So it's about this girl. Her name is, I believe, like Genevieve or like Genevieve. And she's like married to this guy called Cyril, and Genevieve is in love with this lady from a place in Liberal, and Cyril like ends up finding out about her love and like how the two of them feel for each other. So like he concocts this like 10-head plot to get her to reveal how she truly feels, so that she could follow her heart. It's like surprisingly emotional for being spread out across like over 60 chests. Nisa gave the game. They gave the code pretty late, like compared to Zero. So I've only done one full playthrough, but that was like I did spend 130 hours on it. But I am like pretty close through my second, because like this game especially, and also with like Trails from Zero 2, if you do turbo mode and you only do main story, it's a very quick game. Like you could easily beat it in a day if you're on like if you're on like New Game Plus, and you use turbo mode. Like it's a very quick game. The real playtime just comes from like all of the optional stuff for the most part. Like I think every Trails game is kind of like that, but especially I think in this game and Zero, where the maps are for the most part pretty small. So like it's pretty hard to get lost in these games, and if you know exactly what to do and where to go, it's like very, very fast. I forgot how easy normal is because I played through on hard. Alright. Yeah, we can't go there yet, right? Actually, no, there might be a chest here, actually. Oh, there we go. Too much boggers?
I'm probably not blessed.
Oh, Pod Region?
I just sneezed.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You're not blessed though, Ryuji.
The one thing you always say is like, you're not blessed.
You're not blessed, Ryuji. Team, yeah, these team rush attacks are appearing far more often than I recall them doing. Right. Oh, those things could really fuck you if you're not careful, because they do blow up when they die. Yeah, we got two pretty good games. We got two pretty good reviews coming out tomorrow that our audience is gonna very much like. Nani? A big jacked guy with long red hair? I wonder who he is. Nani? So this is a very weird scene if you don't know why they do this, but if you but here they're gonna show you they're gonna slowly pan through each of these train cars, and you may be like, what the hell are, I don't know why they're showing me this shit, because it turns out that the guy is going to ask you. He just asks you how many people are on there, and you get some extra DP if you know it. I believe it's 52. I believe that's the amount, right? Yeah, it is. There's a couple of scenarios like that in this game where, and like it's not like it's not like weird for Trails to do this. It's like pretty common sometimes, but you gotta like kind of be aware of some things prior if you want to get max DP. Foreshadowing. The battlefield. This guy looks really fucking badass though. Honestly, like the song change at the top left, kind of like it's like kind of funny sometimes. This is why the game is rated T? There's monster gore?
I mean, Zero is rated M because of the gambling.
No, it's rated T.
No, is it?
Yeah, it's rated T.
No.
Yeah. Unless I'm... Yeah, I'm like pretty sure it's rated T.
Oh, it is rated T.
Yeah. There's no Trails game that's unrated M. Yeah, so there's a quick little optional scene here if you go to the Academy gate here. Oh yeah, we are going, yeah, I thought we were going to the gate, yeah. So, this is where we have to go, but there's like, Azure especially has, oh, yeah, okay, so Rigi, so the PEGI rating is 18 plus.
Oh, PEGI rating.
Yeah. That's actually really weird. Because like I assume it's just a difference of laws in the region. But that is like a pretty
like PEGI is Europe, so I wouldn't be surprised. Europe has very strict things about gambling, and there is a poker-ish game, isn't there?
So there's a bunch of gambling minigames here. Yeah.
In Brazil, Azure is both Azure and Zero are rated not recommended for. No, sorry, I always read this wrong. Recommended for ages 12 and up due to violence, improper language, and sexual content.
For 12 and up, that's fucking. That's really fucking generous.
Foul language. Lloyd says fuck.
No, Lloyd's not gonna say that. I do want to see Lloyd drop the F-bomb.
Drop an F-bomb.
Like it would be pretty funny if like at the end game where like shit is really going down, he just like yells out he just yells out fuck, just like out of nowhere. That'd be pretty funny. I really love the song here. We get a walk lazy? That's kind of cringe. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Is the do they let you take the bus there? I'm kind of curious actually. I don't know if they do that because I just walked everywhere first. Oh no, we can't. Okay, all right. So we're just gonna kind of speed run this area. It's pretty small. There is a monster chest here. So there are a couple of monster chests in this game, that are like some of the ones in Zero where they're intended for you to do that. They're intended for you to be completed, like in the way late game, because they do give like general level recommendations for some of the monster chests. Oh yeah, so here's part of the big love story here in the fucking chest. Yeah, here's the really sad marriage scene, yeah. Ara? Yeah, so survival training area. Survival. Yeah, you probably can't do that, Ellie. Wazy says some stuff and like I have no idea what he's talking about. Like he uses a bunch of like foreign words. I'm like, you know what? I don't know what you're saying, Macy, but that probably makes sense. You seem like a pretty smart guy. Yeah, we could actually break the cannon right now and go jump into the survival training area and find Randy earlier than you're supposed to. Yeah, that's an area for a good deal later on. You have to have a very IQ to understand police stealing from treasure chest jokes. The humor is extremely subtle, and without a solid grasp of crossable state law, most of the jokes will go over a typical player's head. That is not wrong at all. The chests in this game are they feel a lot more sassy than they did in Zero.
I mean, chest messages basically were killed after was it CS3 or CS2? Or I mean CS4.
It's a little like technically so Cold Steel 1. So the only reason that chest messages work is because let me go find one actually. With chests, right? In Crossbell and in Sky, you're able to re-examine them after they've been opened, right? Which is what initially prompted this whole thing with the chest messages. But in Cold Steel onward, you are not able to examine the chests, so that's why they're not there anymore. But in Cold Steel 2, I believe it's only in Cold Steel 2. You have monster chests in that game, and you're able to re-examine them, and there are chest messages there. But like it's a very, but like that's the only time in Cold Steel I believe where they have chest messages. Exceed really went out of their way to find some way to put them in.
I mean, it's all because of an oopsie by a developer who literally wrote the same Japanese message on multiple strings.
It is pretty funny to like think about like how such like a big thing in the West would not be here at all if they just made that very slight change to when they were doing the programming.
All they had to do was make the code like go back to one string whenever the chest is empty was needed.
Yeah.
But instead of that, they just created multiple strings that say the chest is empty for every chest in the game.
Which is pretty weird. It's pretty weird. But I suppose, if it works, it works,
What could have prompted them to do that? But like, yeah, who knows at this point.
If I ever have the opportunity to interview Kondo, that's what I'm going to ask him.
Ah, yes.
I'm gonna ask him that very specific programming question, and he's gonna have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Or he's gonna be cryptic about it. I don't know.
What does that mean?
Because a lot of interviews that I've translated from him, like...
he is a very cryptic guy. We're at the police department.
Speaking of trails, the Kuro radio is still going. Apparently, the latest episode features
Nadia and Nadia's, yeah. I used to write those articles, but like there's such nothing.
Yeah.
And it's yeah. I do really wonder what they talk about though, because it can't be about the game. Like it's probably just them like having fun, I assume.
as far as I know, it's them like having fun with some. There are some segments where the staff like uses a very jarringly pre-recorded thing of like a quiz show where you have,
I see.
you have these pre-recorded things where one is saying that is correct or that is incorrect.
He's too much of a big shot for that fucking radio program.
I certainly would hope that they're getting paid for this, you know?
I mean, probably. Well, like, Agnes's VA is probably like she's like on the grind because she's the one that's like hosting that. Like, I'm surprised that's been going on for as long as it has.
I asked Hansuke and he says, well, as long as there's content, it can continue.
Yeah, man, content, man. It's all about content.
It's all about content, indeed.
Nani?
いろいろヒントはあったはずだが。待ってください。いろいろなヒント。
Plenty of clues. Could it be we're here to have Lloyd recertified for being a detective? No, we're here for we're here for traffic law, Ryuji.
うん。
正解だ。ああ。
We're getting a car, poggers!
交通法のいろはを頭に。以上が動力車を扱う上で最低限覚えておく。一応
やれやれ。でも思ったよりも。
I do want so like cars in this like universe are like still pretty they're still pretty new. So like in some of the side quests of this game and Zero especially, they kind of emphasize how kind of like how in its infancy how in its infancy a lot of the traffic laws and the car laws are.
Like Sergey just said, it hasn't been even 10 at this point in time. It hasn't been 10 years.
Since what?
10 years since orbital cars hit the like commercial market. Apparently, that's what he said.
Who said that?
Yeah, Sergey.
Yeah, I'm not actually reading these, by the way. So. Yeah, so yeah, they're still pretty new. I want like the next area of trails we go to like be obsessed with like submarines. Because we have no like underwater shit. we gotta get some submarines, Ryuji. And then if they go deep enough, right? They're gonna find Nayuta there. He's gonna be in the core of the continent. Yeah, so the game does launch. Actually, let me check right now because the game does launch on the 14th, but there are different release dates depending on the region you live in.
I think Europe might be a different.
Yeah, there's like 2 other dates. So let me check right now. I have the dates pretty close here. So yeah, so this game is out in North America on the 14th. Europe is getting it on the 17th, and Australia and New Zealand are getting it on the 24th.
Although there is that thing where Azure like got shipped early, 2 weeks early, typically in the Netherlands. So, you know. Yeah,
that person got pretty lucky there. Actually, I do wonder where my limited edition is for this game. Oh yeah, so if you're playing Azure, if you want to see Yuna from Cold Steel 3, you're gonna have to travel to the police department, like fast travel here, because she's typically around this. She's like typically standing around this area here. If you don't like, I believe she's like purely optional. Like if you don't come here out of your own time, you're not gonna see like you're gonna miss her entirely. But like she's typically in this area. Oh, nice! I'm glad you're enjoying it, John. You're just in time for this game next week. The Prison Sage. Yeah, let me just get this. Alright. Alright, let's go here. We got the car.
It doesn't look half bad.
Noelle's about to pog out of her mind.
You know, this is not a spoiler, so I can say. I wonder if Noel and Bond would get along.
Probably.
Probably, right?
They're like the only two people who are obsessed with cars, so yeah, probably.
Yes.
そんなに驚くことなのかい？ええ、リベールは国土が険しいこともあって動力車が普及していないの。その代わり ZCF その ZCF がスペックは
She's beautiful.
最高時速は
Top speed.
Noel's pogging right now.
最高時速にしたら1500セルジは硬いらしいぞ。
すごいです。鉄道以上の速でもよくこんな車を手配まだ正式に発売もされている。
本当ならこいつを融通してくれたのは
The new mayor, our best friend. Our best friend up on high.
Mayor Croix.
I'm so glad that that Azari said his name properly in the review. Like, because I was certain he was gonna call him Dieter and not Dieter. Like I was certain he was gonna call him Dieter Croix. So we'll take the free car? Pretty poggers?
それじゃあさああせっかくだからノエル
Oh my god, they're selling these, huh?
よしどこに行こ
Capcom
うかな
Store is selling some Daigekten Saiban merch. Oh, sorry, Great Attorney.
Oh yeah, they've been really milking that game for like merchandise, it seems.
シートの座り心地もいいしなかなか気に入ったよ
Uh-oh.
What happened?
それに
What happened?
この広さだったら
Famitsu New Yeast 10 info ahead of time.
Motherfucker. What's happening? What's happening? Link me it. We'll leave it. We'll read it live on stream.
Yes.
Trails into Reverie, John. That is so chronologically. That is the game that takes place after Cold Steel 4. It's not the newest game, so we are 2 games behind, but we're like I think next year there's a pretty good chance we'll be caught up. But like that, so Reverie is the game you'll play after Cold Steel 4. That's like right after the events of that game. Yeah, so look at me that's up for you, G.
It's on the voice chat.
Let me see this. Oh, new screenshots. Famitsu. God damn it, Famitsu. Come on, Famitsu. Okay, translate this for you, Chi.
Yeah.
God damn it, Famitsu. I assume.
They called this preliminary information.
Who's this character? That's not at all.
Yes, it is the one.
Okay. We'll get. We'll get... Alright, you know what? We're gonna fast forward through all this, baby. There's Randy and Muriel, pretty poggers. My OTP. We're driving the car right now. A lot of stuff's going on. A lot of lore. A lot of conversation. Kia's still at school. Oh no, is she alive? Is she dead? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out soon. But oh, this is where I gotta skip through. Very cool. So, because of news, this is probably where we're gonna stop for now. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. If you want to check out our review, actually, let me start to link stuff in the chat here. If you want to check out our review of Trails to Azure, I will link it here right now in a second. Here we go. Also, we have recently started a Patreon. If you want to take a look at that, if you're curious.
We have some amazing content in the works, so we hope you check it out.
We have 2 podcasts in the works that are coming up soon. That we are pretty excited about. Yeah, and with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. This is the first one without the main man Azario, but I think it went pretty well. So next time, who knows what we'll stream next, but yeah, just keep an eye out. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.